Mike, good stuff, a nice setup because Scott Bauer is trading the stock. He's the CEO of Prosper Trading Academy and joining us from the SIBO. Scott, it sounds like you and Michael had some similar thoughts because I look at your email and it's all caps.
Yeah.
What an ugly chart, but you want to get in front of it.
Yeah, you know, on earnings, Oliver, I'm actually playing both sides of it, but I think long term here, booking actually, this could be, or maybe just post earnings, a place where you want to dip your toes and get in. Yeah, it's an ugly chart, lower lows, lower highs since last August. Stock is down, I don't know, what, 15% or so since last earnings. It's obviously down today. But given, you know, what you guys just talked about, a lot of the same metrics I was looking at, long term here, this could be a play. But you know, you and I always talk about what is the trade of the day. I'm not looking at an investment, I'm looking at a trade.
Yeah. All right, so even though it's ugly, what do you like about it, Scott? I mean, the earnings side, do you have a hard fundamental view on it, or given the short term here, is this just the thing's gotten beaten up?
So for the trade, what I really like is the increased volatility, the increased premium, and then the defined ranges. So the option market is pricing in a move of around $90 to $95, you know, plus or minus. To the downside, there's some major support in this stock right around that 1650 area. To the upside, major resistance at the 200-day moving average. So that $90 plus or minus really comes in technically to both of those areas. Longer term, fundamentally, I love the fact that it has the lowest PE of all its competitors. It maybe has the best or at least the biggest or most well-known brand name out there. And so when you look at it in industry specific, I think this stock is ripe for the taking versus other stocks in that industry. But again, I'm looking at a trade, not an investment.
All right, and then just to, before I let you go, the structure of this basically, run us through real quick, Scott, because you're using, there's basically two parts to this.
Yes, so I am looking for the stock to stay within that $90, $95 expected move. So I'm selling a downside put spread, selling the 1650, 1640 put spread, $10 wide. I'm also selling an upside call spread, 1850, 1860. I can collect about $5 for that. Now, the maximum that this trade could ever be worth, whether the stock goes to 0 or 5,000, is $10. If I can collect $5 on that, Oliver, I put myself here from a reward to risk, basically at 1-to-1 odds. I'm collecting a lot of premium on this to have a range of this stock that technically, to the downside and the upside, there is very significant support and resistance.
Yeah, all right, good stuff. Scott Bauer, I'm looking forward to the earnings, and we'll follow up on the trade. Of course, Mr. B, the CEO of Prosper Trading Academy. No time for Bitcoin today, but we're going to get to it, Scott. Don't worry.
I know.
All right, you got it. All right, we'll be right back.